Greetings lords and ladies, and welcome to the Westeros vibe, where war is ever present and peace may not seem possible yet. Before we start, I would like to remind you that links to every article or video covered this week can be found in the video description below. Also in the description you will find timestamps so that you can choose which stories you will want to view. Our first story of the week is first look at Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones Season 6. Said look takes place during an HBO Go promo, which is viewable by following the link below. May he get the scene in the tent in which he talks about River Run. Next up, we have a story which may contain spoilers for some. Maisie Williams on Jon Snow in Game of Thrones. There's a great twist, but I can't say that he's going to be alive. Our favorite sociopathic killer child and contender for the Queen of Nine gag title gave some info about Jon Snow's possible return during an interview. Her statement was the following: "It was awful, it was really awful. Everyone was sad about it, and I feel so mean because I speak to people and they're all like, Jon Snow, is he back? And it's really heartbreaking because people are like, yeah, but he's coming back though. There's a great twist, but I can't say that he's going to be alive." So, bottom line, we still do not have a concrete answer, as expected. Moving on to another spoilery story, so watch yourselves. Game of Thrones Season 6 plot. Will Davos still save Rickon? The author of the article quickly recounts Davos' storyline in Book 5, after which he goes on to theorize how Davos may still fulfill his current book destiny, even if the circumstances right now are far from what they are at the end of the book. I tend to agree that he may still get the mission from a resurrected Jon, or a vision from Melisandre. It could still happen, and it would give us more time with the lovable Onion Knight. In other news, new casting info for members of the new Dothraki Horde. In this article there are two names mentioned. Firstly, we have Staz Nair, who will be playing a character named Kono. However, it has been pointed out that there is a name on the Dothraki list which is very similar, Quogo. Whether this is the case, or Quogo, Kono and Quogo are two different characters remain to be seen. The second name is Dion Lee Williams, who was cast in the role of a young warrior, which, due to the casting call earlier in the year for a young warrior who belongs to a warrior race, means that he will embody a Dothraki probably. Next up, Natalie Dormer, Margery loses control in Game of Thrones Season 6. The article starts off with this quote from Natalie: "Without giving too much away, in Season 6, you're really going to see Margery in a predicament where she genuinely is fearful, and she absolutely has no idea how to get herself out of it. You're like, has this woman really been changed by everything that's happened to her? Finally, after all these years in King's Landing, has it broke her? Has something genuinely shifted here? Because she's out of her depth finally and losing her grip a bit." The rest of the article is filled with potential spoilers, so for those of you who do not dabble in that, you can move on to the next one. There are two conflicting possibilities which have been revealed. The first one is that Jaime arrives with a Tyrell army and gets Margery out of prison, however not before she broke under the High Sparrow's treatment, thus becoming one of his devout followers. The other one comes from another one of Dormer's quotes. Margery is a savvy chick and she's trying to find an angle. She's trying to find a new way to get out of that cell, so it's pretty amusing and ingenious the route she decides to take. It remains to be seen exactly what the case will be. Moving on with Game of Thrones Season 5 Blu-ray and DVD announced. The Blu-ray will be priced at $79.98 and the DVD at $59.99. Both contain the following: anatomy of the episode Mother's Mercy, the real history behind Game of Thrones, deleted scenes, a day in the life, new characters' locations in Season 5. The Blu-ray will also include the Dance of the Dragons animation, in-episode guides, and history and lore. In other news, actor playing new Dothraki leader in Game of Thrones teases how more men will die. This story may contain spoilers, so be mindful of that fact. Tamer Hassan, who we mentioned last week, has given an interview in which he talks a bit about his character. Namely, he said, "A lot of people around me die. I didn't die." Coupled with this and the leaked script page in which Dothraki mock Dany, is information that during the season, a Dothraki village will burn, probably due to an attempt by Drogon to save his mummy. All in all, it will be a very eventful year for Dany among the Dothraki people. The last news story of the week is more of a tourism commercial. Following the Game of Thrones filming sites, Šibenik, Split and Dubrovnik. If anyone wants to visit the sites in Croatia where scenes were filmed in previous seasons, then this article may help you with some needed information. Moving on to the lands of YouTube, we have more videos to discuss this week. The official Game of Thrones channel has released 3 gorgeous trailers for 3 major competing houses. The houses are Lannister, Stark, and Targaryen. Watch all 3 of them and enjoy. Vassals of Kingsgrave have released the next part of their epic reread, covering the chapters between September and October 298. Emergency Awesome has released 2 videos this week. The first one covering the HBO Go trailer which we mentioned today, and the second about the 3 short house trailers. Preston Jacobs has also released 2 videos. The first one is a short observation piece in which he points out a couple of instances in the show of the Theta symbol appearing, a connection to the Thousand Worlds universe of Martins. The second one is the 3rd part of his Faceless Man series. Watch and enjoy. That is the news for the week ending on January 24th. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please like, share, comment and subscribe. And stay tuned. Goodbye everyone.